Hey guys, Justin here. I'm in Whiteman Park right now, and there goes the B series. This looks so beautiful actually at this spot. Now my voice is kind of dying today. It's been like the days before was like a little bit of a sore throat, but today my voice started to go a little bit off. Hopefully it can get a little bit better soon. So, but like I probably got like a bacterial infection or something like that, but whatever. Here we are. Today is Labor Day for WA, and we got the trams again here at Whiteman Park, and it is Mark driving again. So that's why I have came for another video, but like you guys may be thinking like, what's the point? You have already filmed the full journey last time. So what's the point of actually doing another video on the tram, which basically runs the exact same path? No. Last time was the Melbourne trams, the Melbourne city trams, but today we got Mark driving the Fremantle tram. Yes, the old Fremantle tram. They have it in there for a while, but it was like out of commission. But recently they actually went ahead and do some works on it, and now it is recommissioned, and Mark was trained to drive that one, and now he can drive it. So that's why it will be him driving the Fremantle tram today. So that's why we're going to do some different aspects and different angles of the journey through the entire Whiteman Park tramways. So, and also we're going to try to walk through the tram as well to see how that looks like in the middle. But it's going to be pretty packed, but no one would care whether you actually film on these kind of things. So that's why we'll start with the exterior and also the driver's cabin, because I will be standing at the back to film a section of the journey. Actually, we're going to be filming at the back of the journey of the trams today, and then I'm going to put my camera out of the windows and also the doors if it's possible. Then we can go ahead and film like really cool out exterior view of the trams moving. So that's why. Alright, so we're still just going to be filming the entire track one time, but it will be on a different trams and also a different angle. So that's why last time I was filming at the front, so that's why. Let's wait for Mark to come over now, because there should be one at 3:40, so that's why we'll wait for that one. Here comes the tram, guys. Here it comes. It looks pretty similar. It looks pretty similar to the Melbourne one, but the color scheme is definitely different. Now, hopefully this time he doesn't overshoot. If you still remember last time, he overshot the platform because he was looking into my camera. So that's why. Now this bush actually needs to get cut a little bit because it's kind of ruining the shots, but Bro! Bro! Oh, okay.
You can punch the tickets at E if you want. If you want, you don't have to. Oh yeah, the points, yeah. Just make sure you wait for me, because if you fall over and get hurt, I'm a blind. So just wait for me before you start. Yeah, there with the... Yeah, give it a hard push.
Unfortunately, this tram is actually... Do you guys have to close the doors for this?
We don't have to, but I prefer to.
Okay. Yeah.
Because on 891 and 1017, you've got to have the doors open, otherwise it gets too hot.
Yeah.
The windows on the doors.
Why I got people there?
Oh, that's just
This
Michael.
is someone.
He's doing
Oh,
a track
yeah.
inspection.
I got some tracks inspections going on. We're in the middle of service. It's kind of funny.
No, that's how we usually do it.
Yeah. Instead of like doing rail replacement.
No, not today. Next weekend we'll be doing track work.
Ah, okay. So but it still runs, or no?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The way we do track work is when we're jacking up the rails to pack the ballast underneath, which is what we do most often. We just jack it up before the tram gets there, and then once it goes over, it compresses the ballast for us. So it's actually really useful to have a tram running. Points. We're going to change the points. Can you move to the other side, Justin?
Okay, as per usual, changing the points, and the next one is, I don't remember the stop's name already. Muscle something. Muscle pull, yeah.
Yeah. Now we turn around and go to Pierce Place.
Like, this is the angle that I want, but it's kind of hard to film, so we're just gonna do this one short section, just to do a little bit, and I'll just do some spottings on the stations, which I actually have never done yet, so that's why.
Alright. You can go up front with Mark if you want to.
Yeah, that's where, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Why feels this is so shaky? It feels more shakier than usual.
Well, because this one has different suspension to the Melbourne trams. We'll be back in 5 minutes. If you think this is shaky, wait till we start going up the hill. You can actually see the body of the tram bending.
And we are arriving at Muscle Pool stop. Last time we went straight through to the depot because they need to pick up tickets, but usually this is what happens. It just stops right here at the station without going past the station to go to the depot, which we did last time.
Yeah, we went to the depot this morning to get the
Yep.
seats. This is 60
Yep.
pieces. Yeah, because I want to see as well.
And here we are. You see, we just stopped here instead of going straight through, which straight through is just over there with the depot. Here we are at the Muscle Pool stop. Now, actually, according to the post on Whiteman Park official website, they actually says the stop at High Wycombe Station is called Entrance. Like, bruh, it doesn't even say anything. It doesn't mean anything. Okay, so here's the driver's cabin. Pretty similar to the other tram. Bell is probably on the floor, and the speed gauge control. Here we are at the Piers Place tram stop. Because actually I don't know why they actually cannot stop at the platform today because of how the steps are actually allocated for today. But look at this beauty here. Looks so nice here. And this thing's definitely way older than the Melbourne trams, because considering the Melbourne trams are still actually technically operating. Alright, now let's get on board. Alright, after a little bit of a loop, here we are at Village Junction. Like literally last time when I did the journeys, when I filmed it towards the front, I literally didn't even drop off at any of the stops and film. So that's why here we are today. Everyone got some explanations of why it's actually called Entrance. It's because first things first, these guys are not associated with Perth. Plus that's actually the original stop name for the entrance spots. So that's why they decided to just keep the old name. Here we are at the edge of the stop. I was earlier afraid that he's going to run overboard and is going to be derailing over here, but it should be fine. It's time to get back on there, but alright, let's head to the next stop, which is the main stop in the middle of the park. And here we are at Village Tram Stop. This is the main stop where it's marked as number 1 for the route. And we're just gonna hop down real fast. Kind of this high jump, but there's this right there. The sun is kind of ruining the shots, to be honest. But comment which tram you prefer, the Melbourne one or this one. Now this one definitely looks cool, but I honestly prefer the Melbourne one way more than this. Alright, now let's back to Whiteman Park. I keep on saying High Wycombe earlier on, I apologize. Okay, so as we are now departing Piers Place Village Tram Stop, this is the final trip of the day, so that's why it is going one way via High Wycombe. Oh my gosh, I keep on saying High Wycombe Station. God damn it! One way via Whiteman Park Station to Piers Place and Muscle Pool and terminates. So that's why you see how empty the tram is. So it's perfect timing to do the outro. I don't know whether he wants to get filmed, so that's why I'm just gonna lower it down first. Here's the interior of the tram, perfect timing to film with practically no one in here. So definitely the interior is way better than the Melbourne tram. So it definitely looks retro. This thing is 100 years old, so happy birthday. Happy century. So they just recently refurbished it, very nice. And these seats are actually flippable, which is crazy, which is way better than the Melbourne trams. Melbourne trams are the sideways seatings, so that's why. And it's way, is having the space is more spacious than the Melbourne trams as well. It's just one problem is the accessibility of the trams. It is not accessible, so that's why. But yeah. Yeah, I know. So this makes me remember the K sets, the V sets as they're retired. So very nice. We take our final journey back to Whiteman Park Station, and we'll finish off the day today. Really awesome trams. Everyone said the Melbourne trams are better. I would take that back immediately, because you see how many people are standing at the front right now. We've got Mark driving and then 2 other dudes standing there, and earlier on I was standing there as well, which completely fits 4 people. For the Melbourne trams, standing 3 people at the front is really like packed. So that's fine. And these seats are honestly way better. Although they're not too, like, they're not the most comfortable, considering they're not like very spacious or anything. But overall speaking, of course each tram has its own unique stuff and also the pros and cons. So that's why I'm not going to make further comments on whichever trams I prefer. All trams are awesome. Whenever we have trams here, it's already good, so that's fine. But this is only special events only, which today is Labor Day. So normally we'll be back to the Melbourne trams. Alright, let's enjoy this final section back to Whiteman Park Station. And we'll film it departs later on the tracks, just like how I ended the video last time. I mean, I filmed that as a separate video, but I will include it this time. Kangaroos, always. Those are technically like tiny kangaroos, wallabies. And we're almost arriving at Whiteman Park train station. Oh no, I took the trains up here. I want to take a 355 now, so that's why let's go ahead and hopefully get the perfect connection to a 355. Because last time when I took Mark's tram was during a 903 day, and I asked Mark whether you can actually time it with a 903, and then he says I can't really actually control the timing, so... Well, of course, train replacement buses aren't meant to actually connect to anything, so that's why. But they are trying to connect with a train, though, usually, for the Whiteman Park trams, hopefully. I don't know. But like it's 15 minutes per train anyway, so every 3 trains you will get a tram, so that's fine. And here we are at Whiteman Park train station. Time to get off. And unfortunately the front door is actually locked, so I might actually have to get out before we film it leave. Fortunate we can't film it on the tracks then, unfortunately.
Just come in.
Oh, okay. Here we are at Whiteman Park Station. I'm just not going anywhere, but it's that... Well, yeah. So it's time to send this guy out, and then we're heading. And here we are, ready to send it out. Bruh. there you guys have it. That's the Fremantle Municipal Tram experience. Very awesome. Definitely a very cool tram. So that's why. But we'll definitely get, whenever Mark is driving more different types of trams, I might go and come back and film. But the video is going to be a little bit boring and tad if it's like the same thing. So that's why I might not. But I definitely going to come back myself and take different trams whenever he drives. So that's why I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe, click the bell so that you can get notifications when I post. Check out the links in the description down below for my other channels and my Instagram. Click on this videos up top, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!